Hi, Mike Smith here. I just want to, in this video, show you what you will need to do with your WordPress website after you've installed a secure certificate on your web host. And what I mean by a secure certificate is that your URL, your website address, will change from HTTP to HTTPS. And once you've done that, your website will be much more secure. And this is particularly important if you are planning on running an e-commerce site. But even without that, modern browsers these days are starting to complain about websites that don't have a secure certificate on their web host. So for example, here is my browser Firefox, and it's giving an error message here saying this website is not secure. Other browsers may even be more adamant about the site not being secure. Now, this is basically encouraging everybody to switch over to SSL. So, on this website, we actually do have SSL already installed, and I can show you that. So we've got Auto SSL installed on this website, and that's running. So then why would there be a problem with this? Well, I'm going to run you through what to do now with your website to take that final step, and it involves a plugin called really simple SSL, but there are a few other plugins that will do the job as well. You just run that once and that will fix the problem. So let's go ahead and see how that works. Okay, now just to show you again that in fact the SSL certificate is working on this site, what I'm going to do is just take the secure version of the URL and paste it into my browser up here so that you can see what would happen. Okay, so that's now HTTPS with the website domain, and you can see, or you may have noticed, just there was a flash of green there, but now there is it's better than before. It's kind of got a bit of a lock there, but it's also still giving an information warning. And what that actually means is that parts of this page are not secure, such as the images. And that's the essence of the problem here with WordPress. WordPress has a lot of internal assets such as images and perhaps sound and video, but mostly images. And the URLs to those assets still have the insecure version, sort of hard-coded into the website. And that's a lot of work to change. So of course someone has created a plugin to deal with that. But just to demonstrate that it's really a WordPress problem and not a HTML problem, so I've got another simple page on this website. It's not part of the WordPress site, it's just a basic HTML page, not related to anything else. And as you can see, it's still indicating here the site is not secure. But if I try to access the page using its secure URL, okay, so I'll do that. You see I've got a full green lock there. So that's simply demonstrating that because this page, which doesn't have any images or any other special content on it, because it's a very simple page, the SSL certificate is working correctly. And so going back to WordPress here, because WordPress is a complex content management system, we need to fix those internal hard-coded URLs to things like images. And that's what we're going to do next, using a plugin. Okay, now there are several plugins that have been created to do this job of updating the internal links in WordPress. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4 here. And in addition to these, you could also do a manual search and replace on the underlying database on this website. But that's a little beyond the scope of most website owners, and that's the reason why clever people have created these plugins. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to install that on my website, and then I'll pause the video while I do that and then restart. Okay, and as you can see, the plugin has been activated now, and so on the plugin page here we can see at the top some messages, and we might just zoom in a little bit here so you can see what this says. It's going to make some changes to your website and also fundamentally to the database underneath your website, so you obviously need to make a backup. One other thing to take into account is flushing the cache. Your WordPress may be using a caching program to improve page load times, but of course we don't want the old versions of pages to be loaded. We want the new versions of pages to be loaded, which are more secure. So you can go ahead and activate that, and it will run once, and then there's a message at the top which you may need to read as well, to do with Google Analytics. Okay, so now it's time to test. And as you can see at the top, we've got a nice happy green lock icon at the top there. Oh, and what you also notice very soon thereafter is that you have been logged out, or in fact your session has expired. And what's happened there, of course, is that originally you were logged in to the HTTP version of your website, but now the website address has effectively changed. So the original login no longer works. So you need to log in again. But basically after that, all should be well. You may find there are some hard-coded references to images that this plugin didn't pick up, but generally it catches them all. Okay, so good luck with your website, and if you have any problems or need any help, please ask. Thank you.